I was really sad when How I Met Your Mother finished. I got really attached to that show and to all the characters over there.
Another show with a very controversial ending.
Game of Thrones. Very upset at how it ended. Very sad it was over and there wasn't any more, and I immediately had to restart.
There are 3 shows so far with endings that just didn't do it for me. It was like they kind of betrayed a lot of the character development they'd been doing over the seasons.
Oh.
So just very much not what people expected or wanted.
Easily Breaking Bad. I love that show so much, and if they could have extended it to 25 seasons, I would have watched it.
I have watched it 3 times through. Great, great, great series.
Yeah, finally a series that did their finale correctly.
Yes.
Okay, this answer is going to get me no votes. The best thing that I ever binge watched was Arcane. It was on Netflix. It was based on like League of Legends characters, and it was just an amazing anime.
I actually have heard of this show, Arcane. Not actually over. They just recently released that there was released a season 2 like teaser. I guess this does sort of disqualify you from the question though. So sorry.
I tell you that there were tears coming out of my eyes after I finished The Queen's Gambit and realized that there were no more episodes. It was devastating for me.
I can boast that I was playing chess before it was cool.
Yeah, I think they did a good job as like a series movie-ish type of thing.
Now it's time to vote for your favorite answer in chat. You can vote by typing vote space and then the number of the answer that you loved the absolute most. And the person that you vote for will make it to the final round. Nice to every day.
Oh, you said she was disqualified, and here she is, the round winner.
We will see you in the final round where you'll compete against all of our other winners. But now, viewers, we turn it over to you. We have a poll for this question. What binge watch made you saddest that there were no more episodes? Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey. That one, I actually haven't seen it, but I know that my mom was watching it and she really loved that one.
Downton Abbey is great, and it is the winner.
The winner, as it should be.
I never thought that I would be into those period pieces. And then, you know, it was like when all of the world was binging stuff, I got into Downton Abbey, and it is phenomenal.
We will move on to the next question of the week, which is from Saturday.
We wanted to know, what reality show would you totally win?
I think the one I would do really well in, though, is Survivor. I think I could see myself doing okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, I have an explanation. First of all, Boy Scout.
Okay.
You're challenging me to spend a couple of weeks like on an island. I've backpacked 100 miles through the mountains, so it's nothing new to me. And then athleticism, I would say I've been going to the gym. I'm pretty athletic. I can at the very least complete all the challenges. And then I'm also I think I'm like a little bit of a good person, but I think I could use that to my advantage in like the social game, like flying under the radar. And then maybe I like once or twice come out with like a really good play.
So I was going to say the reason I would think you wouldn't win Survivor is for the social part, because I feel like you have to be sort of devious and you have to be a little down and dirty and you have to like go behind people's backs. And I don't know if you could do that. You're such a good person.
And see, I think that's why I would weaponize it, because I feel like in everyday society, I'm like, okay, I have to be a good person. But I think if I were on a show where it was expected that I would be a little bit dramatic, I think I could pull it out. I think it could be like secretly very devious and manipulative.
All right.
Well, that's just my opinion, though. We have a bunch of viewers who have answered this question with their own reality shows. So, fans, turning it over to you. What reality show would you totally win?
I think I would potentially win Family Feud. I've always liked that show, and it seems easy. It seems like you'd be able to figure out what a lot of people think an answer is for something. Usually common answers. I think I'd win that.
Yeah. I bet you could if you were by yourself, but remember, you've got your family and you've always got like that one dumb cousin that's on your team who just has like an out of this world, answer for something. You're like, come on, Joey, no.
Yeah, what do you mean you were like a red fruit and you said banana?
Right.
I would totally win The Bachelor. I'm very good at first impressions, I think. And yeah, I would play the game.
Okay. there you got to be a little underhanded too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really aware of like the game that people play on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette besides like telling the host like or the Bachelor like she's not here for the right reason, she's just here for the fame. I feel like that's the strategy.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd like to believe I would win. Are you smarter than the fifth grader? Because I swear, they do not get those questions from fifth graders, right? Always make it a little bit more impossible. So I'd have a talk with that director beforehand, and I'd win. Oh, I'd win. And I wouldn't even use any of the assists from my fifth grader friends. There's no way they're asking things I only learned in college, right? I think I'd win. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? I think they're a little shady.
Oh, those shady business practices of asking. Well, also those fifth graders are probably like geniuses because I could not imagine being in fifth grade and going on that show and like doing well as a fifth grader. No.
As a fifth grader, that's what surprises me too. Like some of them are things I actually learned, like in the early years of college. It's like they're learning like chem in fifth grade. Like that wasn't happening when I was in school.
No. In fifth grade, what was I even learning? I was learning like I think I was still learning like a lot of words. We were still at that level, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
So I definitely win Love Island because I fall in love very quickly. And if the right person was also there with me, even if he wasn't forever, I feel like we'd be together for the whole show. So maybe.
If not forever, at least for the season.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the way you do it. Is it's like especially on a show like Love Island, you put on a good show, you get the cash prize, and then afterwards you're like, hey, let's split it 50-50 and then we'll go about our separate ways.
Right.
Easy.
What reality TV show would you totally win? This is a no-brainer. The Great Amazing Race. I love that show, and I know I would take home that million. I just can't find anybody to go with me.
That is a tough game.
Yeah. Well, that's the one where they have to like race around the world. Honestly, I might steal that answer. That's a really good answer.
We have to find clues and things along the way that'll help you progress, and that's where people stumble. Like it's not just a race. It's a thinking game too. It's a puzzle solving sort of mentality that you have to have. So I think that's where people get caught.
Okay. That's
Do you
good.
want to take your answer back now?
No, I mean, honestly, there was a camping trip that I went on where my friends like tortured everyone else with riddles. So I think I could probably survive a few mind games.
Yes.
Probably beat Bobby Flay. I don't know if I can cook better than him, but if I'm on the show, I will. I heard very nice or very not so nice things about him, and I would definitely beat him.
Oh, interesting. So he's like, I don't even need the skills. I just need the sheer determination to take this jerk down. All right.
Hey, honestly, love to hear it. I think if you believe that much, I believe at like a base level in your cooking skills that you could beat him.
Yeah.
I all the power to you. We actually have a question, another QOTD question about beat Bobby Flay. So, James, if you see this, we want to know for the answer to that question, what would you make on that show to beat Bobby Flay?
Right.
Because we need to know. Well, it is time to vote for your favorite answer, everybody. You can go into the chat and you can type vote space and the number of the answer you love the most, and you can send your favorite answer possibly to the final round for today.
Okay. Man. I don't know which one I like the best. I kind of think the Love Island one is funny.
Oh, yeah. That one is good. That's a really great show. Well, also the struggle with that one though is that you're going to be on camera for 24/7, so you need to really be like you need to be good.
Hear me.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Good for you, Jeremy. I'd love to see you on that show. Of course, that hasn't been running for a long time, right? We need a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Need a reboot.
Hey, maybe that can be us. Maybe that can be our job. We host. New QOTD game. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? 2.0.
Well, Jeremy is going to the championship round at the end. Congratulations.
Yes, we will see you there. But now, viewers, I turn it over to you, and I ask you, what reality show would you win? Deal or No Deal, Survivor, Big Brother, or The Bachelor?
Ooh, I would say Deal or No Deal, although that's like high pressure, right? Because it's all on you. Are you going to make a mistake? Are you going to get lucky? Are you going to pick the right case with the golden ticket? Ooh, we have a tie. So Deal or No Deal or Survivor. That's what our fans think.
Nice, nice. Yeah. I think people are stealing from me. I look forward to competing against you all. Good luck, as I say.
Good luck.
Well, this is an incredible question, but now we must move on to the next TV show discussion. This is for Sunday.
Ooh, Alien versus Predator. Homer Simpson on Family Guy. What is the best crossover or cameo ever? So we asked this. It can be either about TV. It can be about movies. Did you ever see The Holiday? Jack Black. What's her name from Titanic?
Kate Winslet?
Yes. And Caitlin. It's a really good movie. Not just for the holidays. Really fun kind of rom-com. But they're in like a Blockbuster video store or something. And he takes out the case for Mrs. Robinson. And he's like, "Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?" And right next to them is actually Dustin Hoffman, who starred in Mrs. Robinson way back in the day. And he's like, "Oh, I can't go anywhere," something like that. And it's just a split second, but it's just a little piece of brilliance that they put in the movie. And I always love that.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that's a great movie. I'm glad that it's an enduring movie.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know what our fans think.
True. Also, wait, I don't know. Did the song about Mrs. Robinson come out before the movie, or was it the other way around, or at the same time?
Jack Black, who plays like a real musician in that show, says, "Fun fact, it was created just for the soundtrack to the movie." So it's funny, he answers the question.
Oh, that's incredible. I was just gonna say, I feel like that as a movie buff, I should know that.
Yeah. Check out The Holiday, guys.
Yes. Good. Well, that is an incredible answer. I will definitely put it on my watch list. But I think it's time that we ask the fans this question to see if anyone has a better cameo. I think that'll be hard to beat. So, fans, we ask you, what is the best crossover or cameo that you've seen?
My favorite crossover was actually with Supernatural and Scooby-Doo. I thought that was really interesting because not a lot of times do they mix animation with reality, and Scooby-Doo's always feel good.
So I missed that. Was that like in the cartoon series or in the movie? Do you know? Was it a movie?
It was in the cartoon series.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, what they did was they had because Supernatural's live action, and they had the live action characters from Supernatural, and they animated them in the Scooby-Doo style, like the Hanna-Barbera style. And then they like solved a mystery. So it was Scooby-Doo animation, but then Supernatural like style of comedy. So I think it got a little raunchy, a little risque, a little
nice.
CW.
Good twist.
So, in terms of the best crossover ever happening, it's like a tie between BoJack Horseman and Mr. Peanut Butter's show in BoJack, and then also Archer crossover with Bob's Burgers. I cannot decide, but either of those are definitely my favorite.
So Neva is a big fan of Adult Swim. For sure.
Exactly. Actually, wait, this is my opportunity for a fun fact. I didn't know that Archer and Bob Belcher were both voiced by the same guy. So I think that's why they had that crossover.
Oh, okay. Nice.
To make a little comeback.
I like it.
Ooh, my favorite cameo is probably Bill Murray in Zombieland. Remember when they show up in the Hollywood Hills, accidentally come into his house and he's disguised as a zombie, and then they accidentally shoot him. Anyway, it was a funny scene.
Okay, spoiler alert.
Sorry. We probably should have. Honestly, for all of these questions, we should have like a spoiler alert warning because
Yeah.
we started off talking about like what TV show ending did you love or hate. We're now talking about cameos. We're getting an spoiler alert for the rest of the show.
Yes.
So my favorite movie cameo actually just happened recently in a relatively new movie. In Stephen King's Dr. Sleep, the original Danny from the original Shining actually plays a cameo part in the baseball scene, and he acts as a spectator talking about the young boy that has all of these special powers. So I think that is probably to date my most favorite cameo, just because we get another glimpse at Danny.
Ah, that's interesting. Stephen King himself made a cameo in It, based on his book. He was like this weird antique store owner, and like not a lot of people knew that that was actually him. He's just got a few small lines for the guys trying to sell him a bike. Interesting.
Love that. It's kind of like Stan Lee being in all the Marvel movies, where it's like a little nugget for all like the real hardcore dedicated fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite cameo of all time was when The Simpsons were in a Family Guy episode. I think it was two of the greatest TV shows ever colliding into one, and I really think it was a great episode overall.
Oh my god. So this is where the Homer Simpson on Family Guy part of the question comes from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing that episode, or at least seeing clips of Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin beating the ever-loving heck out of each other. Trying to avoid cursing. But yeah, no, that one was very funny.
Ooh, so my favorite crossover happened recently, but it's kind of a crossover that it's from an old show. So I love Law and Order SVU. I love Christopher Maloney. And recently he has a new Law and Order, and it crossed over with Detective Benson, who is now the captain at SVU.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So it sounds like that one is like, it's less of a cameo and crossover and more like a reunion episode.
Yeah, still cool.
Very cool. Love. Did you see that news story about what's her name? The person who plays Olivia Benson. She was like on set, they were filming, and like a little girl came up to her because she thought that Olivia, like she was a real cop, and like she was like, "Oh, I'm missing my mom," and I think it was I don't remember what's her name. I'm trying to remember, but Olivia Benson, the actress, like
Gertie or something. I can't quite pronounce it.
yes, exactly. She helped that little girl find her mom.
That's amazing.
It was incredible. So cute.
So she did her own her own like cameo or crossover into reality show, right? News. So
Yes, a cameo of a crossover of Law and Order and MSNBC. Well, these are some very incredible answers. Lots of really good cameos and crossovers, especially in the TV worlds, fittingly with the theme. So it's time to vote for your favorite answer. You can vote in chat by typing vote space and the number of the answer you loved. And you can send your favorite crossover to the final round.
Oh my goodness. I don't know who I would vote for. They're all really good.
Yeah. I'm also trying to think. I think the idea of Scooby-Doo and Supernatural getting together is very funny to me. So I'll probably choose that one. Homer Simpson on Family Guy. There we go.
People love their animated series, don't they? We had a lot of animation answers in this one. Nice job,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, no, we did. And I mean, it's fittingly enough for TV, there's a lot of really good animated shows, so makes sense. Yeah, but I think this one is good. Also, I'm so surprised that both Family Guy and The Simpsons are both on today. Like they've been on for what, 20 years apiece, 30 years apiece?
Just keep going. Yeah.
Very impressive. Well, congratulations, James. We will see you in the final round, and congratulations to The Simpsons and Family Guy for still being around. But now, viewers, we turn it over to you with our poll. What is your favorite crossover or cameo? Is it Scooby-Natural, Scooby-Doo and Supernatural? Those Disney collabs, Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana? Is it Batman v Superman or Godzilla versus King Kong?
Oh, wow.
I gotta say. Oh, you go first.
I'm going to. Oh.
Dang.
What were you going to say? Were you going to win?
I will say I was also gonna say number two. I was those because I know they also had like a That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody Hannah Montana collab. Those are always so fun.
Yes, so fun. Plus, that was just a great era of TV, those mid 90s to early 2000s. They had some really good shows on Disney.
Yes. I'm imagining also like good for kids, good for parents.
Yeah.
They hold up very well, except for the CGI.
Yeah. Right. And don't watch Quiet on Set if you really want your mind blown.
Good point. Yeah, if you want to keep the innocence and the sanctity of the shows,
Yeah.
avoid Quiet on Set for now. Well, this is another amazing question. We will move right along to Monday's question of the day. Oh,
Ooh, we wanted to know if you could be part of any TV friend group. What would it be? So the best shows have the best sets of friends, right?
that's
Doesn't have
true.
to be just friends. Ah,
I'm trying to think. I think there's quite a few that I would love to join. Dairy. We've talked before about Dairy Girls. It's so
yes.
funny. Also, I feel like the Golden Girls would be fun just because of they have the gift of gab. They have the gift of a good comeback.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel like in terms of adventure and fun, it would probably be that show What We Do in the Shadows about all the vampires.
Oh, okay.
That would be so fun. Because then it's also like I'm already a night owl, so I would just be able to go and hang with my friends at night. And I also don't think they ever like get a job. They all just sort of live in the house because it's so old and decrepit. And so I would be like, I would get to live with my friends rent free.
Okay.
Done. But that's just my answer. I think we got some really great answers from fans with their own incredible friend groups. So, fans, I turn it over to you and I ask if you could be a part of a TV friend group, which would it be?
My friend group would be Scooby-Doo and the Gang. Growing up, I used to watch this show religiously. You have a talking dog, you have a bunch of friends who are going to have your back, and you get to go on a bunch of adventures and defeat bad guys. So, in my eyes, what else could you want?
Yeah. And they were the originals to live the van life, right? I think they lived
Yes,
in
the
it.
original van life influencers.
Yes.
Although, honestly, that's a good point because they never had, like, we never see them sleep. Like, we never see
Right.
where they live.
Right. They go all over. They never check into a hotel. Nothing. Yeah. Van life, baby. Good answer.
Hell yeah. All the way.
If I could be a part of any TV friend group, I would be a part of the Pretty Little Liars friend group because I would have thrived in trying to figure out who A was. And we probably would have only had one season because I would have been on it. So I would want to be a part of that friend group.
It's a good series.
Very good series. Yeah, I remember watching my sister like watching that when we were younger and just the drama that they would get up to. The weird relationship that they had in the show. The villain of the show was the real villain was that teacher who was dating a 17-year-old. Let's be real. What do you mean?
If you could be a part of any TV friend group, which would it be? Without a doubt, answer is Seinfeld. Name a greater group of friends and a greater dynamic than that of Jerry Seinfeld, George Costanza, Wayne Bennis, and Cosmo Kramer. You know what? You can't. Such a great cast, such a great group of friends. They know how to laugh and have fun with each other, know how to make the most out of nothing, which is something that is great with any friend group. If you can't laugh at yourself or have a good time with nothing going on, what are you doing? So I easily, feel that Seinfeld would be the best TV friend group to be a part of. I'd make a great fifth member. I could be the new Newman.
You know who else were great in Seinfeld were the parents, like George Costanza's parents. Jerry Stiller was the dad and the mom, and they were just completely crazy. So funny, so fun. Jerry's parents were cool, but George's parents, I would be part of their friend group for sure. They're just a little crazy. I liked them.
Oh yeah, going out to bingo night with the pals. I want to see that spinoff, The Parents of Seinfeld.
Yeah, that would have been great.
If I could be a part of any friend group on TV, it would definitely be Girlfriends. They're super relatable, super funny, and just overall, it just seems like they'll be a blast to hang with. So it will be Girlfriends for sure.
So I never saw Girlfriends.
Me either.
Okay. All right. Good answer, Miss Campbell. We trust you.
Yes, we do. We do. And maybe we'll add that to the list. That'll be my next binge.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I need to explain this one. Like, why wouldn't you? Look at that little boy. That's BMO right there. That's my group. That's my pals. Oh yeah.
So this is a huge part of my childhood. This is Adventure Time. It's like a Cartoon Network animated show. That would be so fun because it takes place in like a fantasy world. So you have like all of these different creatures that are so interesting. Some of them have like superpowers, and they have some really interesting dynamics. So I think this would be a fun friend group to be a part of.
Cool.
Although I will say the end seasons get extremely serious out of nowhere. So I maybe like earlier seasons, but it's still like light and fun and bubbly in a cartoon and not like dealing with serious matters like death.
Yeah. That's a bummer. Bring the fun back.
Okay, if I could be in any TV friend group, I would obviously be in the Rugrats. That is like the best, most iconic friend group. I would be with them because they're the most loyal to each other. Like, they always have each other's back. They're always forgiving each other and like moving on, and they're just like totally supportive of each other. And they're going to be friends for their entire lives. Like, they're going to be at each other's weddings, telling crazy stories from their past, and that is the kind of group I would want to be in.
I had a friend who was a nurse, and she was saying there was this huge boom in the name Angelica between like the mid 90s and the early 2000s. And they were attributing it to the character in Rugrats, the little girl.
Oh, well, isn't she like, I was going to say, she's like the villain though.
Right. She was the mean girl. I guess the name was just attractive enough that people started naming their daughters Angelica.
Yeah. I could see another spike in Angelica when Hamilton came out. Because then at least it's like a nice, like, oh, she's a really cool person and not awful.
Rugrat Angelica.
Well, this is another incredible set of answers. Some really good friend groups in there from a wide variety of TV shows. So it's time to vote in the chat for your favorite answer and send them to the final round to compete to be the weekly champion.
I want somebody to tell us in chat if they watched Girlfriends and why it's so good.
Yeah, I saw that Kodiak in the chat said, ooh, great answer. So we got an endorsement from Kodiak for Miss Campbell. I'm trying to think about mine. I would probably choose, for the drama, I would choose McKaylee. For the actual group, I would choose Chris.
Miss Campbell, Girlfriends. All right, JJ, you and I are behind the times. We got to figure this show out.
Clearly, I need to get on this show. I need to check it out like yesterday.
Yeah. Well, great answer, Miss Campbell. You're going to the championship round.
Woohoo! Yes, you and all your girlfriends will get the chance to be the weekly champions of the week.
That's right.
But in the meantime, it's time for a poll for you viewers out there. Which TV friend group would you be a part of? Are you doing Friends, The Office, The Big Bang Theory, or The Golden Girls?
Big Bang Theory would be a fun one.
I could see that being fun. You would have to struggle with like being in a group filled with nerds, which is Friends.
Friends.
Honestly, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's the TV show that everyone thinks of. It's not just because it's called Friends. It's because they're probably the most iconic friend group in TV, or maybe of all time.
Maybe of all time.
Yeah. Although the only problem is, don't all of them end up with someone else in the friend group in the end, or am I just misremembering?
I think there's an odd number of friends, so unless it got really freaky in the end, right? Because there's Joey, Chandler, Ross. Oh, no, there are 6. Monica, Phoebe, and what's her name? Jennifer Aniston's.
Rachel.
And Rachel, that's right. Okay, so Rachel and Ross are together and have a baby. Again, this is when the series has got to end, folks. Start bringing the babies in. It's not funny anymore. Now it's just too close to real life. But I don't think Phoebe ended up with anyone.
Yeah, Kodiak just said in the chat, Phoebe and Joey went outside the group. So
Okay.
there we got
All right.
two.
Thank you, Cody.
The research that we demand, the credibility that we demand in knowing our TV trivia.
We appreciate you.
Yes. Well, now we move on to the next question of the week. This is for Tuesday.
So we were wondering if you could live in any fictional universe, what would it be? So that is any universe that is in space, that is in anything, imaginary, weird world stuff, post-apocalyptic zombies. Oh, anyway, I heard a great answer. So full disclosure, this would be my favorite answer. I didn't think of it, but one of our fans did. They said the 100-acre wood, which is where Winnie the Pooh and friends lived. And I thought it was a weird answer when I first heard it. And then I was like, wait a minute. That is the perfect place. They are the best of friends. They have no real responsibilities. Rabbit has its garden, but other than that, they just sort of walk along and talk about life and, do random acts of kindness and just have a great time. And so I was like, that is a brilliant answer. I wish I could remember the name of the fan who said it, but shout out to you. I liked it.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, also no real responsibilities, and everything that happens will get resolved nicely in a neat little bow, maybe with a lesson on top.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And also that honey that Winnie the Pooh eats in that looks
honey.
delicious.
HUNNY, remember.
Yeah. Well, that was an incredible answer, and maybe we'll see the fan answer come up in this actual in the next 6 answers. So now, fans, I turn it over to you. What fictional universe would you want to be a part of?
I believe that there is a multiverse out there, right? Anytime I feel like a deja vu, like, oh, I've been here, I've done that, I think maybe another version of me in a different world has done something like this. I would want to live in that world, but only if it was better than my world. I think that they exist, other versions of us exist, and I would actually want to try out living in one of those places.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's most interesting.
Yeah, so I think she's kind of taking the everything everywhere all at once approach, where that whole movie is about different versions of yourself. So maybe she wants to live in that universe where it's she can access, and also it's fitting because in that movie it said that the main character the main character is the worst version of herself.
Right.
So maybe Ramen wants to be in a universe where she is the worst version and she can access all these other better lives that she could have had.
Okay, good answer.
If I could live in a fictional universe, it would definitely be Avatar because I love the scenery. I love how it's just all magic, and also the fact how if you die, your spirit or soul lives on in this tree. So basically, you're still there, and I think they put a lot of work into it. Just like Lord of the Rings and all fictional. I love all fictional movies, to be honest.
Yeah, the Avatar, the blue people.
Right.
I think that's honestly it is very magical. Although you would have to deal with a bunch of humans trying to destroy your entire world, which isn't the most fun. Maybe adds a little bit of excitement, but not great.
Yeah.
Gotta protect that. The fact that they called the element in that movie unobtainium. The one piece that I'm change that immediately.
If I could live in a fictional universe, I think I'd be a little bit scared because I don't know what type of conditions are going to exist in that realm. So I think anything benevolent like fairies or some type of medieval kingdom based on Disney wouldn't be too scary, but anything else, I'd be a little bit reluctant.
So she would live in the Magic Castle, right? Magic Kingdom. Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah. I
She
think
could
it's
come
very
with me to
solid.
the 100-Acre Wood. I think she'd be quite happy there.
Yes. Also, that's a Disney property, so that is an
Very
option.
fitting.
Love.
Let's see. If I could live in any fictional universe, what would it be? I'm gonna say Wakanda. Yes, Wakanda. So if you've ever seen the movie, the scenery is absolutely stunning. All of that melanin, I am here for that. So definitely Wakanda, hands down. Ah, I would love to go there.
I am unfamiliar with this movie.
Oh, it's Black Panther. It's a Marvel movie. And
Oh,
definitely, well, I think the whole thing with Wakanda is it's like it is extremely technologically advanced. So like they're just all of the things that you could want technology wise, like they have superpowered suits. I think they have like really good like medical stuff. So
okay.
kind of like a utopian society a little bit.
I really wanted to be in the Game of Thrones universe until I realized how fast I would die. So probably the Marvel universe. I'd love to be saved by Iron Man.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly, yeah. Well, also then you'd have to be like falling from like the sky, which is kind of scary, but
Yeah. That
yeah, honestly, Game of Thrones, we have like a new like product that we're trying out where we're going to be like watching Game of Thrones and like doing play along activities for it. So spoiler alert, little name drop. But as I've been watching Game of Thrones, honestly, what she said, so few people survive that series.
Yeah.
You'd be taking such a big risk trying to be in that universe.
I think that I would live in the Naruto fictional universe. I think it would be pretty cool to be able to generate your own chakra and like get power out of that to do different things, and also be like very agile to like walk on walls and jump like super high and travel fast.
Okay. So that Naruto is another anime where the people
Okay.
it's like the anime where they have like not superpowers but like very intense martial arts skills to the point that they can do such incredible things like walk on walls, run really fast, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
True. And you it takes a little bit of training, but then you are able to, I guess, jump really, 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 really high. Well, this is an incredible set of answers, a great set of fictional universes, a lot of fantasy, a lot of sci-fi. You can vote in chat for which answer you love the most. I'm looking through it. Honestly, I kind of agree with Devin. I think Disney movies, they're probably the friendliest to the characters in those universes, except if you're like a mom.
Oh, like a deer mom?
Well, I think there's like that thing where if you're a mom in a Disney movie, it's very likely you're gonna die for like the sake of a storyline or a plot
Right.
line.
Or a parent, I guess, because you could be in the Lion King.
True.
Ramen.
Multiverse.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, Ramen, great answer. You're going to head into our finale as well.
Yes, you and all the versions of yourself, hopefully, or at least half.
At least half.
Well, viewers, we turn it over to you. What fictional universe would you want to live in? Would it be the Chronicles of Narnia? Would it be Barbie, the post-apocalyptic The Walking Dead, or Doctor Who?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe Barbie. I was going to say, I can't believe we didn't hear that yet.
Literally, that's so many good choices. I feel like the Chronicles of Narnia is a great fantasy, but Barbie, your job can be beach. So
Yes.
easy.
Yes, playing volleyball.
Yes, and although you do have to be careful not to teach any of the men in the Barbie universe about sexism or misogyny, because then it'll go south pretty quickly.
That's right. That's an awesome question.
Well, this was an incredible question, but unfortunately we have to move past it back into the real world tier. We have to pay taxes now. And now we move on to Wednesday's question.
Ooh, pet goals. What's the best movie or TV part of all time for a pet? Ooh, this could be a dog, a cat, a lizard, a donkey. What do you think?
Yes. And even better, it can also be fictional pets. Like, it doesn't have to be a dog. It could be anything if it's animated. Speaking of animation, I'm going to choose a platypus. I'm going to choose Perry the platypus from Phineas and Ferb. I, once again, having a pet like a platypus that just sits around and does nothing, so easy to watch. You don't have to worry about babysitting or anything. And apparently, also, secretly, Perry the platypus has such incredible skills to take care of himself because he's a secret agent. What could
I
be better?
love it. You know, JJ, there's like a running theme with your answers today. They all involve not having a job or much to do in life. It's been all the way across the board for you. That's your qualifications for a winning answer.
Well, you've uncovered my secret requirement for answers. If you talk about not wanting a job, I'll be like,
JJ's
I
on
feel
your team.
you. Yes, I respect it. I respect the honesty. Well, that's just my answer. And I think someone else in the answers might have said this answer, but we'll see. We'll see if we come across it. For now, viewers, we ask you, who are your pet goals? Who is your favorite movie or TV pet of all time?
Okay, this one's easy, but it may be because I'm a bit biased, but it is 100% Skippy, Skippy, Skippy the bush kangaroo. Yeah, Skippy. I mean, who can beat a kangaroo that, like, jumps around town saving people? Like, seriously. Skippy all the way.
So the Australian picked a kangaroo. Is that correct?
Yes, I haven't actually heard of this TV show at all, or
I
this
haven't
movie.
either. Okay.
We'll take your word for it, though. Maybe it's an Australian piece of media because it's a kangaroo.
Yeah. Skippy.
Who is the best movie or TV pet of all time? That is the one and only The Beast from 1993's The Sandlot. When you hit a ball over that fence and you knew it went to the Beast, you knew there was no way that ball was coming back. That's the meanest dog who's ever lived. The Beast. Which, of course, spoiler alert, he turns out to be a big old sweetheart English Mastiff, as they all. Man, The Beast was so great in Sam.
So yet another Stephen King reference today.
Yeah, it turns out QOTDers are huge Stephen King fans.
Yes.
Although I will say, even though the Beast turned out to be a very nice dog, I do think you still have to worry about your baseballs because my dog, any opportunity that she gets to completely obliterate a baseball, she'll take it. Oh, if she gets a baseball, you're not getting it back.
That stitching's just calling to her.
Exactly.
Hands down, the best pet of all time. I'm going to go ahead and not just limit it to movies or TV. We're talking fiction. The best movie pet, TV pet, fictional pet. The number one. The king. You can't beat him. We're talking Snoopy. Snoopy is the GOAT. He is the best, and no one will ever take his crown.
I don't even know what to say. Snoopy is the greatest. He's the funniest. He's the smartest. Everybody recognizes him around the globe. I think you're right, Elijah. That's a great answer.
True. Iconic.
It would be the dog out of Underdog, the movie. I watch it a lot, like a ton back when I was little. And I just remember having him for your pet would be like great.
Your superhero dog. Underdog could fly. He had a cape. He was like the Superman of the pet realm, was Underdog.
Good to know. Good to know. Great superhero name. Love that.
Yes.
I'm guessing best pets from a movie would probably be from Cinderella, all the mice, because they were extremely helpful, and the fat one, Gus Gus, is ridiculously cute.
They were great. The birds were also helpful, but I think the mice did the lion's share of the work. Yeah, I think she's right.
Yeah, did all the sewing. They made her. She would be nothing without the mice.
That's right.
Best movie or TV pet of all time? It's definitely a tie between Appa and Momo from Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're just incredible. They're so fun. And if you've seen the Wacky Dreams and Nightmares episode, you know they've got some fun personalities too.
Okay, so this is Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's I think it was on Nickelodeon, animated show. One of the classics that I think a lot of like millennials and Gen Z fell in absolute love with. And I think the Momo, I think, is like a lemur, like monkey type animal, and then Appa is this like huge buffalo type creature that can fly, like levitate and fly places and carry them from place to place. So have you ever wanted to ride your dog like a horse, but you were like, oh, I don't want to crush her? Get a huge flying water buffalo from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, this is a great set of answers. As usual, some adorable pets that I would also love to have, but there can only be one that you can make it to the final round. So it's time to vote. I'm thinking. I feel like the beast is a good one. The kangaroo, just for the fact that Tabitha sang the theme song, is pretty good too.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun.
Yes. Oh, gosh. I don't even know. What are you
I
thinking?
love the Snoopy answer. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Snoopy's great. Snoopy's really good. We got an answer? The kangaroo.
A fan from Down Under comes through with Skippy, the kangaroo.
Love. Yeah, kangaroos. Honestly, kangaroos are dangerous though. So maybe don't go to depend on Skippy the kangaroo, but don't like walk up to another kangaroo and try to befriend.
Right, they'll like kick you in the face, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what they do?
they'll punch you, kick you. I saw a video where like a kangaroo was like trying to drown a dog. They're vicious.
Wow. Trying to drown a dog. Think about that. I'm trying to wrap my head around that vision.
It's wild. Oh, it's tragic. Well, Tabitha, this was an amazing answer. We'll see you in the final round. Now, viewers, we turn it over to you. We ask, who is the best movie or TV pet of all time, bar none?
Oh, there's your Perry the Platypus. Showed up on the poll. That's awesome. Garfield. We hate Mondays and we love lasagna.
True. And then Toothless is from How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you?
We've had a few Scooby-Doo references. People love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I think we had the Scooby Natural.
Yeah.
Classic. I think a classic character in TV. I can see. Well, this was another amazing question. But now it's time for the final question of the week. Today's question of the day, which is...
Ooh, we wanted to know who was your very first celebrity crush. Man, celebrity crushes. Unless your first celebrity crush died like an untimely death, I feel like you're likely to be disappointed. Like as you watch them grow out of their role and whether they take on other roles or they just go into like obscurity, I feel like you end up disappointed. John Cusack was one of my first celebrity crushes, and I followed him on X when it was Twitter, and I think he's a little unhinged. I'm just gonna say, I think there's a lot going on in that mind of his, and I wish that I hadn't followed him out of the 80s rom-com era. I really wish I would have just, kept that high school crush in high school and boxed that away.
Yeah, true. They always say never meet your idols, so now we know. Or don't even follow them on X, just...
Right. Leave them where they belong, back in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Exactly. Well, that's an incredible answer. I think we got a lot of other very iconic celebrity crushes, including a few from TV, which I think there's like 2 or 3 that are from TV. So, fans, we turn it over to you. Who was your first celebrity crush?
My first celebrity crush, throwing it back to the late 90s, early 2000s, was Jonathan Taylor Thomas, especially when he starred in Home Improvement with Tim Allen. Unfortunately, I'm now in a relationship with a woman, so don't think it would have worked out in the long run, but still have a definite soft spot for JTT.
He was the cutest kid on TV. He's literally the cutest thing ever.
I haven't seen it, but I believe you. I think I was like 0 to 10. So
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably, yeah, a little before your time.
dear.
I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's still alive. So I feel like once you've started a show like Home Improvement, you're really like, you aren't obligated to do any big other things.
Right.
So my first celebrity crush was Matty B. Raps. And at the time, I think he was a really popular person for kids that age to have a crush on. So, yeah, I don't think it's very unordinary.
This was a YouTube star?
Yes,
right?
he was a YouTube musician. And I think we always say this, but I just picked up that Kaylee said like he was a very popular celebrity crush at the time. At the time. When was the time? Was that like 2010s? Like when I was a teenager? Is it that far back? Am I
Way
that
back.
old?
In the olden days.
Oh, that makes 2000s like ancient history, basically ancient Egypt. Ugh. We gotta go.
My first celebrity crush, I would have to say, was Harrison Ford. What Lies Beneath? He's laying in the bed with Michelle Pfeiffer. He's kind of like sitting there on his laptop or reading a book or something. And I don't know how old he was there, probably mid 40s or 50s, but dude was ripped. And I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah, he is a very handsome, distinguished older man, but he was smoking hot back in the day. Beautiful.
True. Yeah, Indiana Jones, Han
Yeah.
Solo. He really got like ran the gamut in terms of like attractive, sort of like I don't even know what the word is, like anti-hero, like sort of cool. He's
Right.
Harrison Ford. Like, need we say more?
If you had told me or reminded me that he was Han Solo, I would have watched Star Wars like a lot sooner. You gotta bait me just a little bit.
Okay, I'll do. Yeah, Hans. He's yes. If only I could go back in time to like a couple of years ago and tell you, Harrison Ford is Han Solo. You're gonna need to know this information.
My first celebrity crush was Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement, and I had my entire bedroom wall just like completely covered in photos and things that I got from magazines that I convinced my parents to buy. And I haven't admitted this, but I may have been known for kissing a poster or two in my time. Good old 12-year-old tabs.
That is our second Jonathan Taylor Thomas answer.
Yes, I thought that kissing posters only happened like in the movies when it was like, oh, a classic '80s trope of kissing the poster.
Right? No, I think it was a thing
Whoa.
for sure.
So
So I've
modern-
heard. I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah, of course. You don't know anything about that.
No, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Never did it.
Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, since before I could remember.
Okay, so she's a personality person.
Yeah, I've heard some. Actually, I've heard some things about Jonah Hill. Apparently, he's not the best guy, so maybe not Jonah Hill. Seth Rogen, I've heard nothing but good things about Seth Rogen.
Right.
He does pottery. Apparently, he's a good
Right.
actor.
He puts the pot in pottery. If you've ever seen what he makes.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Yeah.
Without a doubt, Aaron Carter was my first celeb crush. His concert was the first I ever went to in 4th grade, and his song I Want Candy was my anthem for like 3 full years of my life. Rest in peace, Aaron. You are greatly missed.
Yes, that's a sad, sweet answer.
True. Well, this is an incredible set of answers. I don't know how you could choose a favorite. It really just depends on what crush you think is the closest to your own. Or if you had one, then that's good too. but you can
Yeah.
vote in chat now about who your favorite answer was, and they'll make it to the final round.
We got Harrison Ford. We've got JTT twice. We've got Maddie B. Raps, Aaron Carter,
And
what
Seth
did Taylor just
Seth Rogen.
and Seth Rogen. That's right. We had to cut her answer in half because we didn't like the first half.
Yes. Maddie B. Raps.
Harrison Ford, Han Solo himself.
Incredible. Yeah, Harrison Ford is the movie star of a generation, and he's very hot. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Well, Bartimus, this was an amazing answer, and we'll see you in the final round coming up very soon, very shortly. Stay tuned. But now, viewers, we turn it over to you. Which of these celebrities was your favorite or was your first crush? Was it Scarlett Johansson? Was it Michael B. Jordan, Brad Pitt, or Halle Berry?
What about just regular Michael Jordan?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, also very athletic.
Yeah. Ooh. Halle Berry. Interesting. Catwoman.
I was going
Among
to say.
many, many other things. She's very beautiful.
True. Yeah, I feel like her and also like Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. I feel like I hear those two a lot when it comes to like crushes because Catwoman is just like she's iconic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I saw? This is related to Catwoman. I saw that video of Michelle Pfeiffer holding the whip and like using the whip to knock the heads of the mannequins off in the movie, the Batman movie.
Uh-huh.
That's iconic.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're Catwoman, there's just you're gonna do the damn thing. Well, the time has come. We've gone through all 7 questions for the week. We have all 7 of our incredible winners. So now it's time for the championship rounds.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes. So it is time for us to select the very best answer of the week and crown your QOTD weekly champion. But before we get to the actual voting, I think it's been a long show. It's been about an hour and change. So we need a little recap of what the winners are, what they said, and then after that we can vote. But remember, you can vote in chat afterwards by typing vote space and the number of the corresponding answer. So I think without further ado, let's get into our recap.
My first celebrity crush, I would have to say, was Harrison Ford. What Lies Beneath? He's laying in the bed with Michelle Pfeiffer. He's kind of like sitting there on his laptop or reading a book or something. And I don't know how old he was there, probably mid-40s or 50s, but dude was ripped. And I was like, okay, I like that.
So Bartimus is answering the question, who was your first celebrity crush? He says Harrison Ford.
If I could be a part of any friend group on TV, it would definitely be Girlfriends. They're super relatable, super funny. And just overall, it just seems like they'll be a blast to hang with. So it will be Girlfriends for sure.
Yes, so Miss Campbell is answering the question, which TV friend group would you want to be a part of? And she's saying Girlfriends. She wants to be one of the girls.
I'd like to believe I would win. Are you smarter than the 5th grader? Because I swear, they do not get those questions from 5th graders, right? Always make it a little bit more impossible. So I'd have a talk with that director beforehand, and I'd win. Oh, I'd win. And I wouldn't even use any of the assists from my 5th grader friends. There's no way they're asking things I only learned in college, right? I think I'd win. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? I think they're a little shady.
So Jeremy is answering the question, what reality show would you totally win? And not only is he winning, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader, he's also uncovering the grand Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader conspiracy theory.
My favorite cameo of all time was when The Simpsons were in a Family Guy episode. I think it was two of the greatest TV shows ever colliding into one, and I really think it was a great episode overall.
Yes, so James is answering the question, what is your favorite cameo or crossover in TV or movie history? And he is saying Family Guy x The Simpsons.
I believe that there is a multiverse out there, right? Anytime I feel like a deja vu, like, oh, I've been here, I've done that, I think maybe another version of me in a different world has done something like this. I would want to live in that world, but only if it was better than my world. I think that they exist, other versions of us exist, and I would actually want to try out living in one of those places.
Yes, so Ramen is answering the question, what fictional universe would you want to be a part of? And she's saying she wants to be a part of the multiverse. So I guess sort of all of them at once.
Sounds good.
Okay, this answer is going to get me no votes because the saddest thing I ever binge watched, and I was or not the saddest thing I ever binge watched, the best thing that I ever binge watched, and I was so sad that there were no more episodes, was Arcane. It was on Netflix. It was such a good show. It was based on like League of Legends characters, and it was just an amazing anime, but it was like American anime. I don't know. It was actually good though. Check it out.
Yes, so Ilsa Thijo is answering the question of what binge watch made you saddest when there were no more episodes. And she said Arcane on Netflix, which is actually getting a second season. So even though she technically doesn't answer the question, she still got a plenty of votes.
Okay, this one's easy, but it may be because I'm a bit biased, but it is 100% Skippy, Skippy, Skippy the bush kangaroo. Yeah, Skippy. I mean, who can beat a kangaroo that, like, jumps around town saving people? Like, seriously. Skippy all the way.
Love. So Tabitha is answering the question, who is the best movie or TV pet of all time? And she's saying Skippy, Skippy, the bush kangaroo. Love. So this is an incredible set of answers all about TV. And now you must choose your favorite of the whole week. We've gone through 42 answers. So it's all coming down to this final 7.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think Bartimus made a very strong choice with Harrison Ford. But also, Tabitha has a great singing voice.
That's right. And Ilsa the Joe predicted she would get no votes, and here she is in the winners round. So, Tabitha.
Skippy.
With her, we're assuming Australian series that we didn't know anything about. Skippy is a peanut butter in America, not a bush kangaroo. But congratulations.
Yes, you are the grand weekly champion, which you can celebrate for, I would say, a couple more hours. The day is still young. So congratulations. And you also, I think we need a new question, which is, what is your favorite theme song for a TV show?
Oh, yes. And please sing for your answers.
Yes. We always say, if you sing or show your pets, you're guaranteed to win.
You're a winner.
Well, this has been an outstanding week. Love these questions. Love television. We really enjoyed all of your answers. But unfortunately, the week is coming to a close. But fortunately, that means a new week, a new theme, and some incredible new questions starting tomorrow. So, Trish, I think we need a little hint or a little reveal. What is next week's theme?
Well, next week's theme is sci-fi. In the spirit of sci-fi films like Armageddon or Apollo 13 and so many superhero movies that mix American patriotism and science fiction, we're talking about aliens and zombies, cult classics, and so much more.
Yes. So we are honoring Memorial Day weekend with aliens. Perfect. I think this is going to be such a fun theme. Yeah, there's a lot of good sci-fi shows like Doctor Who out there. So I think this is a very timely theme. But I think we might need a little more than just the theme. Can you give us what tomorrow's question is going to be?
I sure can. Tomorrow's question is in honor of Memorial Day and Godzilla. So we wanted to know, if aliens invaded Earth, what movie monster would you choose to defend all of mankind?
Yes, love, because there's nothing more patriotic than, I mean, honestly, when I think about that, I think about like Independence Day, where it's like they're always just like talking about Independence Day. There's a US president making speeches, and there's like aliens over all the cities in America. So I think this is going to be a fun one. Yes. So that question will be available tonight at midnight on QOTD.beyondtheair.com. And we'll also release an announcement on our YouTube channel tomorrow morning. So remember, you can play QOTD at any time on QOTD.beyondtheair.com. You can watch, you can vote, and you can record, or you can play any of our other Beyond the Air games, including Sketch the Cat and our upcoming Play Along game. So yeah, very exciting.
That's right. Be sure to subscribe to get tomorrow's announcements and answers in your inbox. And thank you all again for watching. We can't wait to see you on TV.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye.